Salesforce Objects. So Salesforce Objects are primarily a data table in Salesforce. So what exactly a data table is? A data table is something very similar to a spreadsheet. So let's have a look at a spreadsheet first, and then we'll come to the concept of data table, and then we'll talk about Salesforce Objects. This is the columns section, and then these are the rows, right? My first column is first name, my second column is last name, then I have the phone number, priority, ID, email address. I can add on more columns to it. So let's say I want to add something like address, so I can add that. Similarly, if I want to add more rows, I can do that as well. So let's say the trail maker, so that could be another record, right? Something like this can be done. There could be certain required fields, there could be some optional fields, so that way you can you can fill up this particular sheet, and again you can keep building upon it. So this is a spreadsheet. If we keep this concept in your mind, that there are certain column headers and then there are rows. So when we talk about a data table, to make a picture of it, it would look very similar to what you are seeing on the screen right now. It would have a set of column headers, which would, in Salesforce terminology, would refer to as fields, and each row would refer to as a record. So when we talk about Salesforce objects, so an object would be a sheet which would have a set of columns which would be called fields, and then you can create records on it. So each record would be a row. So that's what a Salesforce object is, which is a combination of fields and records. So fields are the values which you can put in a record, and then you can have multiple records of an object. Now Salesforce also gives you certain objects by default, and then there are certain objects which you can create. So we'll talk about them in detail in coming videos. To talk more about Salesforce objects, it's just a way of recording data in Salesforce, and in a managed and optimized way, so that you can use it efficiently when you're working within Salesforce, even with hundreds or thousands of millions of records, which one cannot do while using a spreadsheet. So that's why we have the concept of database or data tables. And a database is primarily a collection of multiple data tables together makes a database. And then these data tables can also be linked with each other, and we're gonna see in the follow-up videos how you can link two data tables together. Let's look at the object in Salesforce. So you can see a couple of objects listed here in your setup section. So we'll go to account, and so there are a couple of tabs here which we'll go through. The detail section would tell you what is the object name, what is the singular name, and what is the plural name, and any other settings which have been done on this particular object. You can also change this name to something custom of your choice, or as per the requirement of the business, that you can give account a custom name. So you can call account something like applicants, you can call account something like businesses, etc. So based on the business requirement, you can change the name of the object as well. Then fields and relationships. All your fields would refer to the column of the data table. If we take the example of the sheet which we saw, so all the fields that are here are your column headers, and then you can create a record on the object. So, and you can create new fields here as well. We'll see how we can create more fields. So if we try to create a new record right now, how we can do that? So we'll go to to one of our apps. We'll click on account, we'll click on new, and we'll give the account a name. So let's say test, and then we can leave the optional fields blank and click save, and that's how you create a record in Salesforce. So this record is created on the account object. So in the account data table, you'll have all the fields in the column header, and this account would come up as a row. So this test account would come up as a row in that data table. Please share your questions, thoughts, and feedback in the comments section, and I'll get back to you.